Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance video. Very excited about today's video because we are going to revisit a series that I have done several videos on, but not in a long time, and it's called Then and Now. And what I do in the Then and Now series is I do a regular review of a newer version, but also compare it to the original version of the fragrance, right? The vintage versus what they have now. And this video is going to be on Lacoste Original. And we're going to compare it to the vintage Lacoste Original too when it comes to the presentation, the notes, the performance, my overall thoughts, and then of course my overall rating on the new one and how it matches up to the old one too. So this is going to be a fun video. Before we jump into it, just make sure if you haven't subscribed yet to go ahead and do so. Again, we're at 12,000 guys. Can't thank you enough. Just want to get on the way to 15. I'm hoping to do that by the end of the year. Going to keep making videos, but again, anyone who watches, comments, enjoys, interacts, I always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Go ahead and follow the Instagram page again at just Scents of South Jersey for photos of fragrances from my collection, news and updates on the channel, when new videos are going to drop, etc. And if you're interested in purchasing fragrances directly from my collection, go ahead and check out the link to my Mercari page. That is down below in the description. Things that I'm just no longer wearing, and I am going to actually update my Mercari page, post a lot new things that I haven't had on there, as I haven't really put anything up in a while. And again, if you're interested in purchasing the shirts from Masudo, really nice button downs, or the active shirts from Aurelius Apparel, the links for that are in the description. But let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at Lacoste Original from then versus now. Let's start things off with the presentation too. So it's actually my scent of the day today. I shaved and used the aftershave too. This is a box. This is an aftershave box of the vintage, and here's one for the EDT, going to be vintage. So you can see very basic, very Lacoste, green, white, the logo, simple, very nice looking. Got that sort of silver stripe here on the sides, but in the center it's white, and on the bottom you got this. Someone who I bought that from put a sticker on there. I hate when people do that, but whatever. What are you gonna do? You know, very, very nice. Again, simple. Here's what it says on the back. Sorry about that ring light. Opening it up, there is always, of course, a French wrapper too. Now take a look at the newer one. This is the new Lacoste Original release from 2024. Again, the old one 1984, the new one 2024. So a 40-year difference between these releases. So very simple again. The one thing that I do notice is that the logo is bigger. It says original here. It doesn't need to because it was the original. This one is a new release, or what I would really consider a flanker too. So on the back though, but I still like the box. I think they did a very nice job on the new one with the look. Now let's take a look at the bottles. Here is the vintage bottle, the big, obnoxious built-in sprayer. Really like it. You can see there on the bottom, this is 100 ml eau de toilette sprayer. Let's actually spray some on this hand. Terrible sprayer, just sort of like a puff. Now, comparing that to the new one, and I have worn a decent amount of this. I really like this one. I wish it did have a built-in sprayer though, because that would have been the classic look that they would have kept, but they did update it. This one is an eau de parfum, and on the cap there, heavy, you can hold it by the cap, clicks into place. Let's spray some of this one. Way better sprayer on the new one. So we'll get that there, but you can see the differences in the presentation. Very nice, simple here. I like that alligator on the back. You know, again, you can see nothing. I think they did a nice job with this one, except for the built-in sprayer. I wish they did have that. Okay, guys, now the notes, right? So the notes for Lacoste Original, there were 17 notes in this. I'm not going to say them all because that's not the point. There are only 9 notes in the new version, but what they do share is bergamot, lavender, clary sage, and tonka bean. Those are the only notes that they share. So there's no oak moss in this, where there is in the original one. But I noticed that with the note differences, and then we'll get into that and how that affects the smell. Okay guys, now it's time for the performance. So a while back, I did do an individual review of this one, and my thought still stands on what the performance is. About 5 to 6 hours. It's moderate. It's a strong opening. It's a sporty, active scent, but it's not going to last all day. I think this was more of a refresher back in the day, and it would last, but it's not going to be an 8-hour plus fragrance. It's just not. That's just what this is. It's fresher. Even the Eau de Sport flanker is pretty much the same thing. This is going to be that 5-6 hour range, where this Maybe it's because it's an eau de parfum and it's newer, but it's significantly stronger and gives you a way bigger scent cloud too. This is well over a workday, definitely over 8 hours, and it actually leaves a big scent trail. And I have a story about it. I was working, right? And I wore it to work, and I went into an office building, and in the office building, there obviously is multiple individual offices, and I went into the one dentist office that I was calling on, and as I walked in, somebody came in behind me not too much longer after, and they said that they were an employee, and they said, oh, somebody smells good, because they said when they walked in the building, they could smell it. So this does leave a big scent cloud, and that's personal experience, it is a very good fragrance in terms of the performance. Hey guys, now it's time for my overall thoughts on the new Lacoste Original, especially compared to the original men's fragrance from Lacoste. So, we'll talk about this. The OG Lacoste by Lacoste, or Lacoste Original for men, is amazing. I love it. It was an instant love. It's an active green, sporty, lime, oak moss type of scent. It's amazing. The opening is my favorite part. It's one that I instantly loved, and I said that in the original review. Now, the new one, this is a flanker, right? I think they decided to do a flanker. It's not a re-release of the same one, even though it says Lacoste Original, but it is an eau de parfum. Today there's the original scent and the parfum, and then the eau de parfum, or whatever. They constantly do that type of thing. So this is a flanker. They released a new flanker to the original one 40 years after the fact, which is pretty cool. So, this is a scent that I think would appeal a little bit more to guys 30 and up, and it's a flanker, but I think they did a very nice job. It has a greenness in its base, and there's a little bit of genericness, like it smells like something you would smell when entering a nice clothing store. And I say that it doesn't smell like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, but that's what I think of when I think of a clothing store scent, but not like a kid's store, like one that's for adults. So it's not exactly the same, but that greenness does come out in the base. And you can wear this any place, anytime, and all year round. So it's very versatile. It's not offensive at all. It is masculine, but it is it's a modern take on the classic, but it does, I think, pay homage to the classic because that greenness shows up. And it smells a little bit richer, deeper, but definitely more modern. So I'm happy that they actually decided to do this. You can get this for about $100 at Macy's, but I got it for $60 from makeup.com. It's a European site, but I buy from there all the time. It's safe, authentic, and they will ship to the United States, and you don't have to spend a lot of money at all to get free shipping too. So definitely check that out. I don't have affiliate links or anything like that. I'm just gonna plug them because this is where I got it. If you want to get a 50 ml, it's only $42. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely trying this. So I thought for that price, it'd be fun. Plus I could make the video for you guys too. So definitely give this one a shot. I think it's different from the 80s. It's totally taking the old one and just revamping it to 2024. So yeah, that's the downside. If you're a diehard original fan like myself, it does smell a little generic. It doesn't have that 80s active sporty sense, but there is a little bit of that in the base. I think when it becomes, there's a greenness to it that's in there, it's mixed in. And I think that, it gives a nod to the old one while being a scent that's made to be worn today too. So I like it. I'm going to be wearing this one. Is it the absolute banger of a fragrance? No, but it's still good. Is it better than the OG? Of course not. But at the same time, I do enjoy it. I am wearing it. It has garnered even a compliment too. And I never talk about that, but as I've been wearing more modern scents, that's actually started to happen to me. But I really like it. I think it's worth the money if you can get a good deal. We know it'll be at discounters eventually for, probably like $45 or something for the 100 ml too. And if you're gonna wait, go ahead and do that too. But don't worry, it's a good scent. I like it a lot actually, and I think again, perfect for anytime wear, work, safe. It's versatile in that regard, and it does pay homage to the OG. Okay guys, it's time for the ratings for Lacoste Original, the Eau de Parfum, the new 2024 release. Flanker to the original one, just Lacoste for men, the Eau de Toilette. So presentation, I'm going to give, I like it. I think the only thing they could have done is get a built-in spray. They should have done that. Other than that, I think it looks very nice, simplistic, but that works to its advantage. So 7 out of 10 for the presentation. As far as the performance goes, over 8 hours, great performer, better than the original, 8 out of 10 for performance. And the scent, Again, there's a little bit of genericness to it, but it does have a green base that I love. The greenness is in there. It is masculine, and it does give that nod, that tip of the hat to the OG. So I really like that. So 7 out of 10 for the scent, which is going to bring the overall rating for Lacoste Original, the Eau de Parfum 2024 flanker to the original Lacoste Eau de Toilette for Men from me to a 7 out of 10. Okay guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. That was my review in the series Then and Now, comparing the vintage Lacoste for men to the Lacoste Original Eau de Parfum Flanker 2. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on both of these fragrances? Do you have the vintage? Do you have the new one? Do you have both? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Again, I always appreciate all of the interaction. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe. Check out the Instagram page. Check out the links for the shirts below and my Mercari link. Again, thanks for hanging out and watching the video with me today. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.